I never could have imagined it. Every dragon around me was clearly off the charts powerful, yet all they ever did was eat and sleep, too lazy to even move. And what made it even more baffling was that no matter how much they slacked off every day, tomorrow they'd still be stronger than today. Because these weren't ordinary dragons. They were ancestor dragons, the purest bloodline. Since ancestor dragons are born as the most perfect beings in existence, they all live by one ultimate philosophy: laziness. If you're born insanely powerful, why bother doing anything? And as it happened, I was reincarnated as one of them. I thought, since ancestor dragons are so strong, shouldn't I be able to hatch and immediately rule the world? But instead I was told that every ancestor dragon born must follow the 4 iron laws laid down by Dragon Island. The problem was, each rule was more absurd than the last. I was still a dragon egg when the Dragon King informed me of the situation. The following 4 iron laws must be engraved in the heart of every ancestor dragon. First, you must never voluntarily begin training. Training is an extremely childish behavior. Second, you must never feel envy toward others. Envy is poison to the dragon bloodline. Third, you must never harbor fantasies about the future. Fantasies damage the dignity of dragonkind. And finally, you must never make contact with lesser races. Contact leads to your own corruption. These 4 iron laws must be observed by all ancestor dragons. Should any dragon dare violate even one, something truly terrible will happen. At first I didn't think much of it. I actually thought it sounded great. After all, in my past life, I was a 40-year-old work slave, grinding $9.96 every single day, supporting parents, raising kids, mortgage in the middle, not daring to rest for a single day, terrified of giving a bad performance and getting fired. And now I could rest openly and without shame. The thought alone was intoxicating. But over time, I realized I'd been wrong. Since I reincarnated in this world, 15 years had already passed. In those 15 years, all I did was eat and sleep. Not a single form of entertainment. It was unbearably boring. On the other hand, in those 15 years, despite doing absolutely nothing, the mana inside me kept growing. Now, casually flapping a wing could obliterate an entire mountain. But by comparison, my mental growth had completely stagnated. Not that it was surprising. Ancestor dragons casually live for millions of years. And when I thought about living this same life for that much longer, I figured I'd rather crash into a wall and end it. Finally, one day, I tried striking up a conversation with an ancestor dragon a few thousand years older than me. Hey sis, there's something I want to ask you. Go ahead. What is it? If a dragon violates the iron laws, what exactly is this terrible thing that happens? The moment I finished speaking, her lazily swaying tail suddenly stopped. Her eyes slowly opened. I could clearly feel her drowsiness fading. I expected to get scolded, but instead she gave me an answer I never saw coming. Nothing happens at all. You just get called a fallen dragon. She then explained that fallen dragon was just a title. You wouldn't be exiled or attacked by other ancestor dragons. You wouldn't face any punishment. And other dragons probably couldn't even be bothered to insult you. Everyone found it too much trouble, so nobody would care, let alone do anything about it. After all, everyone's lazy. I never expected it. Those so-called iron laws were really just guidelines that everyone hoped you'd follow. From the day I was born until now, I'd been paralyzed by those rules and never done anything. If no one was going to stop me no matter what, it was time to make a move. I immediately thought of a forbidden zone in the south of Dragon Island that I'd always been curious about. I made my way there quickly, and immediately spotted an unusual cave below. On the stone outside the entrance, 8 large characters were clearly inscribed. Star Treasury, no entry. So the forbidden zone was a treasure vault. I looked around. No guards, no barriers, no presence watching over it. Nothing at all. Just a sign saying no entry, with 0 actual security measures in place. You had to admit, it was very on brand for ancestor dragons.